to the bet. My name is Dre. Week 14 of the NFL 2023. Last week we had a shocker with the Chiefs. I don't know if it was a shocker, but of course the Eagles and the 49ers, which in the power rankings, the 49ers replaced the Eagles as number one. So you also had a Colts, the Jets shocker. I mean, it was week 13 was a shocker. Even with the Bills. So we're starting off with Thursday night football with the Steelers, which had a tough week last week too, against the Patriots. Was the New England Patriots been having a tough season, period. Pittsburgh is a 6-point favorite. I'm going to go, Dre, your man's going to go with the Steelers. I just believe that Tomlinson knows how to produce winning games with superstars or mediocre players, kind of like a young Bill Belichick. Sunday night football afternoon games is Tampa Bay, Atlanta. I'm going with Atlanta. Atlanta is a 2.5 point spread favorite. And Detroit and Chicago. Now, even though there's a Buckeye at the helm, which they really don't like because they want to go after Caleb Williams, I'm hearing, I am going to go with Detroit. They are I'm going to go with Detroit on this one. In the Indianapolis Colts against the Bengals, they have the Indianapolis Colts by 1, but I'm going with the Bengals by a field goal because Monday Night Football, they did beat the Jaguars. Once again, we have a player hurt. Trevor Lawrence has a high ankle sprain. Seems like that's common in the NFL this year. Ankle weights is what I say. But the Jags and the Browns. Now, the Browns and the power ranking are number 11. Now, I want to say because they have a great defense. And Cleveland is favored to win this game over the Jags by a field goal. So I'm going with the Brownies, of course. Born in Cleveland, going with the Brownies. The Saints and the Panthers. Now, the Saints is coming off a hard loss coming off from a very hard loss. I think they want to redeem themselves. They do have Derek Carr. And I think that they will bounce back. They are a 4.5 favorite over the Panthers. The Texans and the Jets. I think Houston is going to beat the Jets in their stadium in New York City. They're a 5.5 favorite. The Rams at the Ravens. The Ravens had a bye week, so they were rested. I think they win this. Their point spread favorite is 7 points, but I think they're going to pull out all the stops. Harbaugh is going to pull out all the stops on the Rams and put them to bed. The Vikings and the Raiders. Raiders lackluster here. Vikings off and on. Excuse me. They have a steady defense. Going with the Vikings on this one. Seahawks and the 49ers. After the 49ers showed up and just, demolished the Eagles, I expect them to do the same thing with the Seahawks. My Cowboys last week really didn't show me that they were supposed to beat the Seahawks by 8.5 last week, the Cowboys, and they only won by 6. So I look for the 49ers to come out and demolish them. the Bills and the Chiefs after the Chiefs last week against the Packers, suspect. They haven't got the receiver situation straight now from the beginning of the year. Patrick Mahomes really don't know who to throw to. Some guys are not catching the ball. I look for the Bills to beat the Chiefs because they have to show their dominance. The Broncos and the Chargers. Now, the Chargers are last chance here. The Broncos are basically losing their grip. Even my last point with the Bills, KC is a 2.5 favorite. I'm going with the Chargers over the Broncos. They are a field goal favorite, 3-point favorite. My Eagles at home at AT&T Stadium. The Eagles against the Dallas Cowboys. How about them boys this year? Looking really good. Usually when we lose the first game with the Eagles, we split. So that's what I see for Sunday's game with the Eagles. Cowboys going to win. We are a 3.5 favorite on the point spread. So Monday Night Football, we have two games. We have the Titans and the Dolphins. Of course, at the Dolphins are 5-0 at home, so that's a no-brainer. The Packers and the Giants, after the Packers showed up and handed the Chiefs their lunch, I'm going with the Packers, and they are a 6.5 favorite. Power rankings this week, are the 49ers, number 1, the Eagles, number 2, Dolphins, 3, the Ravens, after a bye week, the Cowboys. How about them boys? The Lions. Lions have a great season. Hope they can take that for the Chiefs, Jaguars, Bills, and number 10, the Texans, and number 11, my Cleveland Brownies. We're having a tough year. We do have Flacco as quarterback back. Yeah, I know. He's 38 years old, but he came out gunslinging last week, and he looked really good. And I want to take on that level, why did the coach go to the bank to get his quarterback, of course? And that's, people say quarterbacks get paid a lot of money, things like that. And, you see a guy like Flacco just comes out there and just starts gunslinging. It's kind of like a Kurt Warner story. He's bagging groceries, and then in February, he ends up in a Super Bowl. It has happened. And, this Halloween, what do football players usually wear on Halloween? Of course, they wear the face mask. So here at the Bet, Dre, I would like to thank you. This is week 14 of the NFL 2023. I would like to thank you. Once again, injuries is plaguing the NFL. Let's continue to pray for these players and their families and hope that they could get on track for next year. These are not the end of their careers. I know when I was prematurely cut from football for some stupid college rule, I was devastated that first year. It took me a while to get back. So I can understand, and I hope that Yahweh and Alion Ashida, Inlu, Anki, please, football guys, whatever, help these people out. Thank you. This is Dre, and this is The Bet. Have a great day.